Hey everyone, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. Well folks, it's finally time to begin my 2025 Heartwarming Christmas Marathon, and I really hope you guys don't mind that it may go past the actual holiday once this video and the others become public. But anyway, what am I gonna start with? Well, let's talk about my sister Sabrina, shall we? During the Halloween season of this year, I've looked at the independent thriller film Oblivion, where Sabrina played a documentarist named Liz Oswald, who was helping her friend Skye uncover a haunting mystery involving ghostly figures that vanished from memory once out of sight. Now, despite a few hiccups, I still think Oblivion is a pretty good film, and not only do I think my sister pulls off a fantastic performance, but I was absolutely surprised that this film got to be shot at a couple familiar locations that I know about, like the Irvine Spectrum and El Toro Cemetery, which is where both my American grandparents are buried. Also, this film featured some cameos from several members of my family, like my Aunt Debbie, Uncle Robert, my cousins Shane and Nick Deneen, and my mother Nancy. Also, aside from Oblivion, Sabrina got to act in several other things, like a few stage musicals with me at Musical Theater Village, along with 3 episodes on Nickelodeon's Dance on Sunset. She got to help me blog Into the Woods and The Little Prince. She got to be an extra in Norbit. She got to be in a few shorts, commercials, and internet TV series known as The Interns, and just recently, she got to be in this children's Christmas-themed music video on YouTube. However, what I've chosen to blog today just happens to be Sabrina's first full-length streamed Christmas film that's close to reaching its first anniversary. So, released to Amazon Prime on December 20th, 2024, the special is Our Christmas House. So, on for the plot of the special. Jody Grant is a Los Angeles newscaster until an on-air blunder puts her career in jeopardy. Given a last-chance assignment to find the perfect holiday story, Jody soon faces a choice between saving her job and following her heart. So, what are my thoughts on this special? Well, I found it to be sweet, charming, cute, funny, and it was a very special movie to watch during the Christmas season. And to further explain why I love it, let's head over to Mustang Notes. The film was directed by Sarah Wood Umhow and Annabelle White, with an art department that included Karen Corbett and Krista Pierrick. The project was developed as a feature film debut for a group of graduating film students. However, the filmmakers did face several challenges during production. One challenge being essential funding needs, where the production was so lean that filmmakers relied on crowdfunding on Indiegogo, specifically to cover basic necessities like meals for the cast and crew during production. The second challenge was creating a winter wonderland during the summer. This required the expensive and labor-intensive process of using heavy machinery to spray fake snow across multiple residential properties to hide the summer scenery. The third challenge was that the production had to navigate additional safety protocols and logistical delays that can quickly strain a limited budget due to the fact that it was filmed during the blasted COVID-19 pandemic. Thank goodness it's over. And the last challenge was that the producers struggled to ensure that the cast and crew were paid adequately while still maintaining a small enough budget to ensure potential profit for distribution on streaming services. For the shooting locations, the production primarily used residential homes rather than sound stages. At least 3 houses in a specific neighborhood were utilized, each decorated with a unique theme, such as Candy Cane Lane, to provide visual variety. Several neighbors and residents were often involved, with some local pets even appearing as background extras in the final cut. Now, believe it or not, when I first saw this special, me and my family didn't officially see it on Prime. You see, during the night of its release, we got to see it in a private screening room at Biola University School of Cinema and Media Arts, and it was a really special experience for us. But still, seeing it on Amazon Prime was nice too, and I heard that several friends of mine who got to see it loved it. Plus, I was also surprised that our Christmas house was released the exact same time as when Mufasa the Lion King and Sonic 3 got their releases in theaters. Anyway, the thing that I like regarding this special is that even though they weren't involved with it, it feels kind of like a Hallmark-styled Christmas special. Plus, I found several parts to be funny, warm, and full of holiday joy, and I really love the wintry setting in the local community of Montrose, since, as I keep saying every year, I really love snow. Plus, I think the titular Christmas house is very beautifully decorated for the holidays. And that's basically all I got for Mustang notes. So let's move on to the cast. Our main character, Jody Grant, is played by my little sister, Sabrina Orro. During the beginning of the film, Jody expresses frustration that she no longer finds joy in her work as an LA newscaster, and she feels that the news often tells flat-out lies to people who cannot afford the lifestyle being promoted. But as the story progresses, while engaging with William in Montrose, she rediscovers values like family, tradition, and love, moving away from her initial bitterness. Plus, for her full-length film debut, Sabrina does a remarkable performance, especially with that speech that she makes nearing the end of the special. Next we have William Carmichael, played by Andrew C. English Jr. This character is a Christmas-loving toy salesman who is dealing with the emotional weight of having a hospitalized mother, and throughout the special, William becomes the subject of Jody Grant's career-saving holiday story. Also, when I met Andrew at Biola University, I thought he was a very nice guy, and he seemed like a great person for my sister to work with. And I think his character, William, is warm, sincere, and family-oriented due to him being protective of his family and their traditions, and he maintains a modest, salt-of-the-earth demeanor. Next we have William's hospitalized mother, Sandy, played by Ellie Vernay. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. In my eyes, despite the fact that she's in the hospital during the holiday season due to, I think, some sort of cancerous condition, I think Sandy is a warm and nurturing woman, and I like that she serves as a catalyst for Jody's holiday story. Another character to talk about is Aunt Julie, played by Linda Benedetti-Leal. In my eyes, while she doesn't have a lot of screen time, I find Julie to be a sweet and nurturing woman, and she serves as a warm presence during the holiday gatherings and as a grounding figure for Jody and William as they navigate their respective conflicts. Last but not least, we have Jason, played by Poyo Riegert. Now, to be perfectly honest, I find Jason to be a real, shall we say, jerk. And he's not a very good boyfriend for Jody. Plus, I just can't believe that he spilled the beans about Jody's holiday news story right in front of William. And by the end of the special, we learn that Jason has no Christmas spirit. By the way, If anyone in real life ever treated my sister like that, then they would have to answer to me. Anyway, let's move on to my final words. Overall, Our Christmas House is an excellent holiday special. The cinematography is great, the scenery is beautiful, the characters are relatable, and the cast do such solid performances that they bring such warmth and charm with them. Plus, for her first full-length film, my sister Sabrina does a remarkable job as the leading character, and I'm absolutely very proud. Lastly, the story is charming, funny, and absolutely engaging, and believe me, this is a perfect film to watch if you want to settle down with a cup of hot chocolate and a cozy blanket. If you ever want to see this movie for yourselves, just look for it on Amazon Prime. However, if you're ever having trouble finding it, try typing in Our Christmas House Sabrina. Anyway, I give Our Christmas House a full 100%, and I really hope it gets a physical home media release soon. Well, anyway, that's all for now. Be sure to join me next time where I look at an animated Nutcracker special from the 1980s which features the Care Bears. Mustang Power.